Nice fish, dude.
Barely. I didn't even know I had him.
That's what Joe's did.
Shoot.
There's your mid-40s.
Shoot. Come on. I didn't even get a chance. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh my God, I got him. 8 minutes before me. That was a nice fish. I thought he was still trailing it. And all of a sudden I'm like, wait a second, there's weight on my rod. Well, Chuck, another one up to the lost column for me on that one. Sadly, that fish I did not get good hooks into. Kind of nipped me as it was coming into the boat, and one head shake and she was gone. Nice mid 40-inch fish that I wish I had back, but that's how she goes. So Jake and I, we are on another trip here in northern Wisconsin. So we started out fishing this morning on a different body of water. We had about 5 hours into it and didn't raise a fish. So we pulled off and had to get a new game plan. So what we came up with was coming back to a lake that we fished about 3 years ago. And when we did fish it, we only had about 2 hours into it. So we're basically treating it as fishing new water. So we've got to break it down and learn it and figure it out. So how we're doing this is our starting point and baseline, we've mentioned before, is our Sportsman's Connections books. And they kind of give us, like I said, a starting point and baseline as far as the structure that's in lakes and whether or not if they have muskies. I mean, there's so many lakes to choose from up here in northern Wisconsin, it can be tough. But this particular lake, we researched the lake maps, we looked on Jake's Humminbird, the Lake Master chip, and we figured out some flats, first of all, that we wanted to come to. So we were looking at about that 5 to 10 foot range because we figured there would likely be weeds on it. So we went to work with Jake's sonar and side imaging on his Humminbird, confirmed that there was weeds, found the edges, marked and noted those depths, and that allowed us to decide where we wanted to start fishing. So we found some underwater points that have weeds on them. We also found a mid-lake rock hump, and we got here about an hour and 15 minutes before moon, and we took that extra basically 15 minutes that we had and flew around, found our starting points and where we wanted to start fishing, and got to fishing then. So we wanted to be fishing an hour before moon on good spots and, you know, fishing good water is basically what it was. We've got a few hours more to break down this lake and learn it and see what else we can get into. So it should be fun. We've got sunset coming up in about, I don't know, just under 5 hours I think is what it is. So let's get to fishing here.
There's a big musky.
Ooh. That's a musky. Hit. That's a musky.
Stay down.
That's a good fish. Want another? Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that's not bigger than I thought it was.
He's off. Just from the intro.
Oh, yes.
You said you were wondering if that had another fish into it. That suic. Well, that was cool.
That was surprising.
You just fell in the intro.
Whoa.
What do you
I didn't think it was that big.
Huh?
I didn't think it was that big.
Dude, that thing smoked it. So.
I saw it hit out there.
You bet some more hooks on that suic?
I gotta get a new hook for that one. Straighten hook out there.
That thing is worn. It's worn.
Caught a lot of fish on this bait. $39.5. Yeah.
Nice thick. Wow, is that a beautiful fish?
Yeah, she is clean as can be.
Get a picture of that, huh?
nice thick tail. Man, they got some good build out here.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, there. She's mad too. See you later. Well, it did not take long to get a fish out of this lake.
Nice work, man. I can't even film an intro here because we got so much stuff going with moon and baby pike and now a nice 39.5-inch muskie. So, wow, that was what? Probably in 4 feet of water on that weed bed.
Yeah, there was just real light weeds. Pretty much, it seems like almost all the way around this lake, and I mean, just kind of killing time, actually, just searching the lake, you know, seeing what there is, and yeah, she ate that thing good.
I wish we should have kept track of how many that Suic has caught. I mean,
yeah, this fish in general, I've caught just about everything you can catch on that thing.
yeah. Well, that's fun. We're gonna keep moving here. Drop right off.
Oh! Did you see that?
No.
Son of a...
I know that was a...
I got him! I got him! He's still there!
Wow, I guess it's not my day.
Oh, what the heck, dude? That's 2. I mean, that wasn't big, but still.
A feisty one.
Would have been nice to get her in the net.
Did you see that? I just kept coming after I thought I lost him.
Figure 8 paid off, but
God dang it.
and I know these hooks are sharp. Right out of those weeds. Change has arrived in the weather. We've had a major wind shift out of the northeast here. Now we've got rain and thunderstorms off to our north and northeast. You hear a little bit of thunder once in a while, but we've got another front that's rolling in out of the west behind this one. Assuming we've had one front roll through, now we'll see what that does for the bite here. We're gonna keep fishing as long as we can. Well, we just got wet. Actually, we got soaked. That ride, I think, put a couple puddles in our lap. It soaked through all of our rain gear and
Right through the zipper.
yeah, so we got soaked feet and a lot of equipment, camera equipment to dry out. So it's never easy filming, and especially in the rain. So we're gonna, at least we had some action tonight, right? Or today.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, when they're going like that,
And clearly,
you can't ask for anything better than that.
yeah, clearly it was the front that was, I mean, it had them moving.
Yeah.
So we just talked to some other guys too that said they were moving fish all day. So for once, we had active fish, and I wish we could have kept 2 more of them pinned, put 3 in the boat so far. I mean, what was it? Just over 5 hours of fishing. So basically 2 till 7:30 roughly. So wish we could hit that sunset bite, but kind of looks like the sun's gonna come back out, but we gotta dry out. So So that concludes the musky action for this episode. Nonetheless, we still were able to put fish in the boat and break down some new water. And that is something that you guys asked for over the off season in comments and messages. So hopefully our tips and info are helping. Now just to iterate a few more things as far as breaking down new water. We mentioned before, Sportsman's Connection books, all that gives you a baseline and starting point as far as finding good water. Once you've found good water, it's time to break out the lake maps, whether it's your Lake Master chip, Navionics app on your phone, or some other type of lake map. That's going to get you started in the right direction as finding key spots. We noted 5 to 10 foot flats. I mean, it's a pretty good chance that you're going to find weeds there, and it's a good starting point. At least start exploring them and put your electronics to work. And it doesn't have to be the best electronics out there. Sonar and a good pair of polarized sunglasses are going to show you where your weeds are at. And find your edges. So we found these edges at 8 to 9 feet roughly. We positioned the boat in pretty much 12 feet of water. That's where we ran our boat, casting up onto these weeds, pulling back off over the edge. Another key is moving across different pieces of structure. We bounced from one piece of structure to the next, but we worked them thoroughly, usually keeping boat speed at about 0.6, 0.7. I mean, that's the happy medium for us. It works well for us. It's kind of wind dependent, but it's a good starting point and what we'd like to strive for when we're working pieces of structure. So hopefully all this info helps and you guys are putting muskies in the boat this season. Let us know in the comments how things have been going for you guys. We're always interested in hearing your fishing stories. One final note, there's links in the description below for the equipment that we're using. The cell stick rods, water chopper, Suic, cell tackle leaders, it's all there if you guys are in need of some new gear. With that, we are out for this week. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. We gotta thank you for the support on this channel. We'll see you next time.